3, 2, 1.
Oh, are you going to say it or am I going to say it? Oh, we're back.
We're back and we have wine, and that's my problem right now.
That's not what we have. Demonetization.
Oh, yeah. This is
cranberry juice.
Cranberry juice and Sprite.
Water.
And yeah.
You get the gist. You
right,
know?
You get the gist.
It's something that's
you get the gist.
Non-intoxicating.
Right.
That's the thing.
Anyway, this is going to be a fun podcast because our cranberry juice.
Yeah, but...
Cranberry juice makes me crazy. I can't curse.
I cursed at the time.
I've been trying to curse less, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I curse a lot. Even, bro, when I was like 9 years old, I was like, fuck, fuck, fuck. And my dad was like, oh my God. Like, he was scared.
You know what? I hate people that say, like, oh, people that use profanity just use it as a lack of knowledge. It's like, no. I use profanity.
It's for emphasis.
That's literally what I say. It's to emphasize the way I'm feeling.
Sometimes, though, I don't need it. Like, at all, definitely. Sometimes I say it too much.
I don't care. I'm gonna say it. If I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? If it's limiting me, it's gonna be livid. Oh my God, wait. I forgot to tell you guys. So this is our second time recording this podcast. I'm gonna bring it up. We're gonna bring it up. This is our second take. Unfortunately, our first take was with a guest star. You weren't able to see him. His name is Andrew. As you guys may know, he may or may not know, he is my brother.
Yes.
Yeah, he just fucked it up. He fucked it all up. He fucked up the audio. He fucked up the camera.
But he gave us a good idea for lighting and the angle.
That is true.
He came up with the cross lighting idea.
That is true. Shout
out Andrew.
A beaut. But like, also fuck Andrew. Like, it's a love-hate relationship with Andrew right now with this podcast. Like, I don't even know.
He's banned.
He is banned. I never want him stepping foot or touching this camera again. Sorry,
Ever.
not sorry, Andrew.
Ever.
Anywho, let's get to the gist of this podcast. Let's get to the point. Let's get it started, you know? It's how have you been? Not even how have you been. It's like we've gone through spring break.
Yeah.
We've done our whole shebang. We're already back in school.
What did you do during spring break?
Honestly, not much.
You went home.
I did. I went home. I saw Gigi down there.
Yeah.
Her first time visiting my home.
Yeah.
My childhood home. Pretty
Was that your first friend there?
My first ever friend. Like, I'm telling you, like...
Even sooner than Amisha?
Oh, I did forget about that. Sorry. So, like... But that's the thing, though. It was never, like, a hangout.
I was literally going to be like, fuck you.
No, but it was never, like, a hangout. Like, hers was a party. She came for, like, the go-away party. You remember, like... Oh, wait, you didn't go. But, like... It was a go-away party for when I was going to the Navy. It was her, Lainey, and Val
that wasn't invited.
Okay, first of all... She lives all the way in California, Los Angeles. Los Angeles, California.
I'm adding that.
No, for real. We're not cutting that out. But it's like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't want you to go all out of your way just to come say
But I would. I guess we weren't BFFs.
I agree. I don't think we were close as we are now, you know. I think I started really getting close to you with the letters, you know, where she's like, I think we're really
for real.
BFFs.
Isn't that crazy, though? It's like... I felt like we've been best friends for so long, but I agree. Like, the letters are really what... Like, right before you left him, I was like, I love this dude. Like, I really love this dude. And then the letters are really, like, sealed the deal for me.
I agree. I totally agree. You guys are never going to be able to read those letters because you guys are losers. But it's like...
Stop calling the audience, bro. Every podcast, you're like, fuck you guys.
Sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Not sorry. Like, it's like, they're private moments between me and Gigi. But, like, yeah, I would definitely say during those times, it's like, we got really close and, like, intimate and private, you know? But not in a sexual way. Just, like,
He wishes. I was
gonna say, girl. But oh my God, how was yours? How was your spring break?
It was good. My sister had she's pregnant. She's 7 months pregnant, and she had a birthing scare. She was like, no, we were drunk at the bars. Remember? Oh my God, Damien and I.
That's when it started.
It was 2:00 in the morning, and I was throwing up on the side of the road into snow. I would be like, bleh, and then we would keep walking. I'd be like, I'm fine. I'd be like, bleh. And then my fucking mom called me, and she was like, you might need to go now to Phoenix because your sister's going into labor. And I was like, what? And I was like in between the call. And I was like, okay. And then the next day I went down to Phoenix. False alarm. Everything's good. Just good old Braxton Hicks.
The fuck is that?
It's just actually, I don't know.
So the fuck is, you just said Braxton Hicks?
It's just fake labor, I think. Well, I don't want to talk about her body, but...
Yeah.
Braxton Hicks is it's like, I think it's like your body, your uterus like contracting and pushing it, but it's not actually ready to push it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just
what
like
the
fake
fuck?
labor. But she had something different going on. She didn't actually have Braxton Hicks.
Interesting.
I think.
Well, I hope she's doing better. I know
She
she's
is doing better, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna go to her baby shower, right?
Yeah, this weekend.
Oh, God.
She's crazy because she's just like, her doctor was like, you need to rest, like you can't go to work, like da da da, and she's back at work. She's a very hard worker, bro. Like that's the one thing I'll say about her. Like she's such a hard worker.
I would do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If someone told me bed rest, I'd be like, fuck yeah.
I
Oh,
hate
yeah.
being at home. I don't know how people do it.
Oh my god, I love being at home.
Like I get depressed if I'm being honest. If I'm
Oh,
in here
for
too
sure.
long.
I mean, I definitely need to go out and stuff. I mean, bed rest doesn't mean like lay in your bed all day. It just means take it easy. Don't stress yourself out. Like she can go on walks and shit. She can't like run. Who wants to run? Though?
Imagine your sister running pregnant.
just like
Just the baby bouncing around.
imagine anyone running when they're pregnant, bro.
Oh my god, do you think like the baby gets like a concussion?
It's like oh
Like hitting their like head on the fucking
I
side
don't
of
think
it.
so. I think it's soft.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the human body or woman body to know to make a sound
And
about
you never
that.
will.
Crazy hair don't care. What can I say?
Anywho, I also went to Vegas.
Bro, don't even get me started. I was so jealous when she told me, bro.
Bro, the clubs were insane. Insane.
No, explain, like, to our audience what the fuck you got to experience.
Well, I stayed at the Caesar's Palace. I didn't go outside for like 36 hours straight because we were just in the hotel. The crazy thing about Caesar's Palace is like, I don't know if like other places in Vegas are like this, but in Caesar's Palace, like, it's a palace. It has everything. It's food, restaurants, like a fucking mall, like it's a store, and it has clubs.
There's a mall in there?
Yeah, like not like a mall, but they have shops.
Oh, okay.
They have shops. Well, I guess they do technically have a mall. Never mind. Anyway, so they just have a bunch of shit in there. Like it's a palace, and then we went into the. I'm not sure what the club was called, but we went into the club that was in Caesar's Palace, and that was the most fun I've ever had.
Bro, she was telling me like there's strobe lights and everything.
There was
like...
strobe lights, and then there was this crazy fixture like coming down the ceiling. Maybe we'll clip it in, but
we will.
yeah.
We will clip it.
It was like this crazy like light fixture that was so cool. It was like bumping the whole time. What's crazy though is like I didn't even realize how drunk I was until after I got out of like the dancing and shit.
What?
Well, we saw do you know who Steve Aoki is?
Maybe.
I think I've told you. He's like a DJ and he cakes people and shit.
Oh yeah.
So we saw him. I don't remember seeing him come on the stage. I remember having I got a picture of him and I got a video of him on my Snapchat. I have a video of him, but I have no recollection of that whatsoever. And I don't know if we left early, if we left before his set ended, I don't know what, but we left and I was just blackout the whole time. My cousin literally had to like carry me around like a fucking dog. Like my arm was my leash. Like it was really bad. And I've never like stumbled or like looked like this, like when like super drunk people like look past you.
Yeah.
That's how I was, and I usually don't get like that. Yeah, and I was stumbling and I was slurring my words, just like the typical drunkenness.
Yeah.
But I usually don't get like that. Usually I'm a puke and rally type gal, so I don't get that drunk.
Jealous. You see what I mean? It's like jealous as fuck. I want to be there.
I don't know, because the next day it was really shitty. I've never felt that shitty before. I felt old.
Don't even give me.
I got a
started
hangover.
on that, bro.
That was like, it wasn't my first hangover, but it was like,
A pretty intense one.
it was pretty bad.
That's fair. Bro, she was telling me about this aspect of like, I think it was you said in Vegas or just Caesar Palace alone. They have no clocks.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
They have no clock, so you can't tell time. You don't know what's going on. You don't need to go to bed because you don't know the time. Isn't that wild?
That's just like, that's how they get you.
Bro, I'm
That's literally how
telling
they
you.
fucking get you. That's like some Percy Jackson shit.
No, my mom was on the phone with me and I told her, I was like, I've been going outside. And she was like, yeah, they do that on purpose. Like, they have everything, in there, like, on purpose. She was like, look by your bedside. Is there an alarm clock? And I was like, no. And I was like hungover and I was like, how did you know that? Yeah, that's how they get you.
When you get old, you get wisdom. That's probably why she knows.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Queen Lovato. She deserves the most peace
It's
and love.
Gavoto, bro.
Gavato.
My name is not
I know,
Lovato.
I know, but I like to say Gavato. Shout out to Queen Gavato. She deserves nothing but peace and love and positive vibes her way. She's an amazing person, along with her husband, Mr. Gavato. They're amazing.
Gavoto.
I know.
They're gonna get mad if you say. My dad doesn't like it when people mispronounce her last name.
Oh, really? Okay, sorry, Gabotos. I apologize.
Vargas.
It's Vargas. Well, realistically, it's
Vargas. Oh, Vargas.
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 Yeah, they used to bully me back in elementary school. Like my old best friend, his name was Miguel Valdivinos.
Why was he your best friend if he bullied you?
Well, it was like, it's kind of like what we do, you know, it's like banter, it's jokes, you know, but it was like,
he took it too far.
but like he tried getting everybody on the train of bullying me with the joke, and he was like Damien Varg ass, like ass at the end. I was like, no, like what the fuck? Like what kind of stupid fucking bullying is that? I was honestly embarrassed for him.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
At the age of what, 12? I already had embarrassment.
At the ripe age of 12.
Yeah, embarrassment for you, Miguel. Like I respect
fuck you, Miguel.
No, not fuck you. Like I feel like I don't know. I haven't talked to the guy in a while.
We should look him up.
I have. I'm just kidding. No, I haven't.
I looked up my middle school boyfriend today.
How was that?
I couldn't find him. I have him on Be Real though. He's ugly now.
Bro, do you think he like blocked you?
No, he never really had a social media.
I don't trust people with no social medias. Can I be honest with you?
Why?
I just don't. I just like, what are you hiding? You know, it's like
some people just don't like to share.
Okay.
And they have no interest in other people.
But it's like, okay, for example, Jake Wright. Like, he just doesn't care about anything.
But he still has an Instagram.
But it's like, he still never posts it.
I am on Jake's Instagram.
Yeah, babe, did you not know that?
I did.
Bro, iconic.
I am on Jake Wright's Instagram.
That's
like winning a fucking Oscar.
Bro, you don't get one of those every day.
Nah.
Bro,
he watches this, bro.
He's gonna be like, fuck you, Chichi.
No, he wouldn't watch this. Are you kidding me?
You don't think so?
What if I force him to watch it?
I would.
Sit on him.
I'm literally gonna message him and be like, did you watch our podcast?
Say we talked about you.
Yeah.
Bro, deadass, that's how we get people to watch our podcast.
Just go around and be like, we talked about you, and then we just don't talk about them at all.
What was that?
I accidentally shook the thing.
Oh, I thought your drink was spilling. I was like, what did I say?
Bro, I would not spill.
Are you kidding me right now? Damien's the worst spiller ever. You're so clumsy.
That's bullshit.
Bro, the way you got to the bathroom to get on the bed, you literally flopped on the bed to bounce back up.
Bro, it's like, it's so much work. Like, don't even get me started.
No, you're such a spiller. You spill shit all the time.
Definitely weed. I spill weed all the time. No
weed anymore, though.
I know. I can't. I've been on this, like, huge... Oh, my God, it's for my happiness, you know? It's, like... It's not even, like, the idea of happiness... Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was like,
I was playing with a bobby pin. No, I was playing a bobby pin.
Oh, did it flick?
Yeah, like, I flicked it at you. Okay. But it was, like... Yeah, recently, I've, like... I wouldn't want to say I cut out weed, but it's, like... I used to be a huge stoner. If you don't know me, I smoked a lot. You know, like, a lot. Like... I would finish like maybe a joint and a half.
Yeah.
And the half was for the morning before my workout. I always save the half for before my workout.
That's insane.
And then a whole joint at night for myself.
That's crazy.
With some bowls between the days, you know.
I used to be like that.
And I'm telling you, like, it got so bad. And in all honesty, I was like in this idea of like unproductivity.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. How does it not make you like not productive?
It doesn't, but it also does. You know,
Me too.
It's like I can do some things, but I also can't.
Yeah, I can't smoke as much as you. Like in one sitting, I feel like I've smoked longer. You smoke more. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But I was at that state where I was smoking like fucking 10, 15 bowls a fucking day, bro. That was like sophomore year.
Oh, that recent?
Yeah.
I thought it was like
when I was
high school
mode. No, high school I just smoked cards.
So that was like around my birthday time then.
Yeah, I was depresso mode. You know what happened around
well, that's why I said around my birthday time.
The iconic
but it was like,
moment.
Yeah, but it was like, what? Like 10 to 15 around that time?
Yeah, man. I was really down bad.
Like, you see, and like, how did productivity work for you? What did you do?
Oh, I failed that semester.
Exactly.
I failed that semester.
I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I was doing so terrible. And I think that's also another reason why I was like, I like to, like, in case you guys don't know, like, my dream goal is to be a politician, you know? And I did
Is that really like your dream?
My dream goal. Like it really is.
Wow.
Like I really do want to be a politician.
I'm sorry, but that's just like weird to me.
Why?
I mean, it's totally like I get it, but like I could never like want to get into a field where I just like am criticized all day and like I have to argue with people all day and I have to.
Well, for me, it's not like even the idea of arguing. Like when I'm talking with people, I don't ever feel like I'm arguing. I feel like it's a discussion, and
Yeah.
I feel like it's arguing to the point where it's like, all right, we've had a conversation, and honestly, you're just being dumb. You're just repeating your same point. And it's like I'm not dealing with that, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, when it comes to that point, sure, it's arguing, you know. But it's like my whole dream is to really get into politics, because it's like I really do want people to understand each other, you know.
Period.
And it's like my whole thing, as much as some of my friends may think or may not think of me as being an open-minded, optimistic person, it's like I am, you know, and I really want to help people, and I really want to change people's lives, and I had this conversation with this one girl from my old work at Olive Garden back down in Glendale. I don't know if I ever told you this story. Her name is Sandra. Shout out Sandra. But yeah, I was smoking with her, ironically, right? And she was talking to me about like her entire life, like, oh, like I want to do this, like, but I also want to move out. And I was telling her the idea of like, aren't you afraid? You know, she's like, yeah, but that's like life, you know. And then I was just like, how do you like get yourself moving to that point?
Yeah.
And she said this one thing where I was like, I told her, I was like, this changed my life. You know, like the quote she said was like, I think of myself in 5 years, and would the person in 5 years be doing what I'm doing now?
Yeah, you did tell me that.
Exactly. And that was life changing. Granted, not now, because I am drinking like what, wine on a Tuesday. But like,
don't tell them what day it is.
Okay. But like, but it was like, but it's like, I finished everything, you know, like I have everything down, but it was like, I was like, whoa, man, like that is so true.
Yeah.
And
I can see myself drinking wine on Tuesday in 5 years.
I agree. If I'm getting into that political life, fuck, I'm gonna need a fucking wine on a Tuesday.
You're gonna need a fucking whiskey.
Give me whatever you need, you know.
Can you hand me a pillow, the small one?
Yeah,
sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
But like, yeah, I don't know. It was just really, it was interesting, and as I was progressing junior year, coming back, like I'm gonna be this whole new person, changing, you know. I've recently learned like, weed doesn't help me, you know, and I was just like, why do I do it? And in all honesty, I do have an addiction to it.
Yeah.
I love that bitch, you know. It's like, I'm obsessed with her. I can smoke her any time of the day, and honestly not give a fuck about what has to come. And I think that's the bad part about it. It's like, that's not how you should be thinking about.
Oh yeah, I haven't been smoking a lot in the last week, but like usually, like I'm always like, oh, I'm excited for this day to end because that means I gotta smoke weed. And I was like, I remember I was like, wow, that's a scary thought. Like, you're excited to smoke weed. I mean, I think it's the same thing as, like, having a glass of wine, but I agree. Like, it's too much sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
Agreed. And it's understandable, you know. It's like the idea of winding down, because it really does help you wind, at least for me, you know. It's like, I wind the fuck down when I'm on weed. It's like, either I get, like, whatever the scenario may be, it's like I get super cheery, we get like have fun. If I had a party, like it gets me going, you know. But in all honesty, it just wasn't bringing me happiness, and I was just like, fuck this, you know. It's like, I want change. I want to be a better person. I say I'm a better person, and here I am doing the exact same things I'm doing.
The reason it helps me, like even to this day, is literally just my anxiety. Like my anxiety is not as bad like as it used to be, but like I told you the other day, like sometimes it comes in those random parts of the day and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I just need weed, and like it genuinely does help me. Like it really like calms me down. It just like it turns off those thoughts.
Well, I mean, you do have like, you know, ADHD, so it's like we'll cut this part out, but it's
no,
like,
that's okay. I don't
you know,
care.
but it's like it makes sense, you know, like in like
my mind just always goes doom 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 doom.
It's
doom,
everywhere.
Yeah, and it can go like doom doom doom, then get stuck on something and go deep down. And
That's
I'm like
crazy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Whoa, man, that's actually kind of scary.
Yeah. You're telling me, man.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay. So I've actually learned this thing in class with the idea of happiness, and maybe this might help you. You know,
Okay.
like I was like, so there's this thing in class that I learned today. In case you guys didn't know, it was like psychology of decision making. I decided to take it because I was like, the fuck, why not?
Yeah.
And today they were like, what makes you happy? And I was watching this TED Talk. You guys can look it up. I'll put the link in the bio. But it was about a guy talking about the idea of, fuck, what was it called? Hold on. I have it in my notes because I knew I was going to forget. Hold on. I have it on my notes. Hold on. Let me double check here. It was something called synthetic happiness versus natural happiness.
Okay.
So essentially, natural happiness is the happiness that we get from something that we want and get.
You said synthetic?
No, this is natural.
Natural. Okay.
This is natural. Natural is you get something that you want and you're happy because of it.
Okay.
Synthetic is the idea of creating happiness because of something you didn't get. So it's the point you're at, but you have to be like, well, this is what I have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the more he discussed about it, it was interesting to listen because he was talking about this idea of like a marriage or a relationship, and he brought it up with the aspect of like, oh, if you go on a date and the guy picks his booger, it's like you never talk to him. No, exactly, right? Like it's like you never talk to him again. It's like, ew, that's gross.
Oh, that's so funny.
But it's like if he's in a marriage, if you're in a marriage and you're like, he's picking his booger, it's like, all right, don't touch the fruitcake. That's literally what he said. It's just like, just don't do anything. And it's like you're happy with it, you're content with it, but it's like it's what you have. And they did a whole bunch of research, like pictures, even like with people with amnesia.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially like the people with amnesia, like no matter what, always synthetically made happiness. Because it's like they can't have that emotional attachment of that idea of like, oh, like I got what I wanted, or oh, I didn't have what I want,
Yeah.
And in all honesty, it was interesting because he also brought up this point. Sorry, I'm like ranting right now.
No, you're good.
But it was like he was also bringing this point where it's like,
I'm a psych major and all.
I know, but I'm telling you, man, it was so interesting because he also brought up fuck, I'm trying to remember. I blanked out. Blanked the fuck out. But like,
I understand why you brought that up when
and that's what I'm telling you. It's like, and that's where I told you. It's like I also brought up
Patrick.
Yeah. When that was said to me, I was like, I thought
Patrick,
because it was like, realistically, in case you guys didn't know, I'm gonna say it. It's like he's the one that blocked me on everything. Mm-hmm. And at first I was annoyed because it was like, fuck this dude. It's like you ruined what we had, and we could have had more, and there was an opportunity, and the more I thought about it, I was like, I'm in that process of the subjective happiness. It's like, that's why I posted that Golden Boy poem again, because it's like I read back and I was like, yeah, I enjoyed what we had, but it's like that's it.
That's what I was talking about earlier with Nick.
That's why I was so happy. That's why I was like, you're there, It's like you're understanding this point of view. It's like you can't get what you want, so it's like you have to sit there and be like, well, what brings me to happiness? How can I be content with what I have?
What brings me content with that whole relationship is like, I was looking at TikToks of us today, and I didn't get sad. I didn't get mad. I wasn't like, fuck that guy. It was just like, he was a good guy.
Period.
He was a good guy. Like, he really was. He never did anything horrible. Well, he never did anything so horrible that like made me want to die or anything.
Yeah.
But I don't feel any ill will towards him. I'm honestly grateful for him, because if it wasn't for him, I would be a completely different person right now.
Stop that. I should be so happy to like say this right now. Like, because it's like,
you've been waiting for this.
Babe, I've been waiting for this moment
for a year.
However long you need. It's like, again, it's like you come at it at your own time. Mm-hmm. And to finally sit here and hear you say like, I don't have ill will. Mm-hmm. Because it's like our previous conversations have always been like, I miss him. Oh, I hate him. It's like, and those are all totally valid, but it's, I've never got that idea of like, but I've been grateful for him, and that's iconic. I love that. Sorry, continue on though. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's it. I'm grateful.
Bro,
for sure.
Period. You see, this is why I love psychology.
Woo-hoo!
I'm telling you, in case you guys ever want to know.
That was the worst thing I've ever just done. Wow. I saw myself do the video fighter and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm done with
that. I was
that.
like, immediately no. Oh, God.
Wait. Should I change? I kind of want to change my sweater.
Yeah.
But it's like, what do they change into?
I don't know. Cranberry juice is good for you.
It is delicious for you. Hold on.
Can I tell them about something while you change?
Go crazy, babe.
Hey guys, it's just me. This is the Gigi podcast. Okay, so I saw something on TikTok today. I know, not a great place to get your information, but there was this like doctor dude. I don't even know if he was a doctor. Let's start there. I actually sent it to Damien. He was like talking about how like weed ages your brain. 100% agree. But he was saying weed is worse for you than alcohol.
No way.
That's what he fucking said.
He
He said weed is worse for your lungs than cigarettes. Are you kidding me? Weed comes from like the earth.
He's not a real doctor.
I guess tobacco comes from the earth too.
It does.
Okay, whatever.
I love that argument that people make. It's like, it comes from the earth.
I'm like, yeah, so does tobacco. But nicotine's definitely not good for you. That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, where's my...
That's the only spiel you have.
Where is my nicotine?
You gotta give it taps.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I wanted to welcome you guys back in a calm fashion. Oh God, I was
Sorry.
like, why are you touching my leg? Okay, welcome back. I was trying to welcome you with ASMR, but I'm
just
buzzed. I'm buzzed. Nothing exists around you.
Really?
Yeah.
So is that how you focused on
Is that how you feel like when you're buzzed?
No, when I'm buzzed, it's like, it's a feeling. Like, I see everything, but it's like, for me, it's more of a feeling.
See,
than it
sometimes
is.
I'm scared that, like, I don't know, I got something going on deeper, because, like, when I get drunk, like, I literally experience, do you know what depersonalization, derealization is?
Yeah.
I feel like I experience that again.
Really?
Yeah, when I buzz, and then I get drunk, and I'm fine. But, like, when I buzz and tipsy, like, I literally experience, like, depersonalization. Like, I don't feel like... No, not derealization. Like, I don't feel like things are real.
What?
Yeah.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
One time, I
Yeah,
smoked
man.
weed. I smoked weed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, they say psychosis is a thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, bullshit, you know? No. It only happens when I'm on shrooms, right? Ugh. So, don't even get me started on shrooms. I love that cow. Be safe with shrooms, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, like that's a really hard drug, and it's more hard at the idea of like, if you're not in a good mental space, it's like, it's gonna fuck you up.
Maybe with the right people too.
And that too. It's like if you also have to be around a group that you're comfortable with, that you're extremely close with, because it's like, I don't know, it brings like a lot, for me, it brought a lot of like, paranoia. Mm-hmm. It brought so much paranoia.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah, and when I was like around a group I wasn't really fucking with, like, I was like, are they not fucking with me right now? You know, like, what's the issue now?
I wasn't even that. I remember I've done shrooms 3 times. 2 times it was bad. 1 time it was an amazing experience. It really changed my like state of mind. Mm-hmm. But the other 2 times, I didn't even like have any thoughts. I just felt out of control, which I don't like feeling. Mm-hmm. And 2, I just felt anxious. I didn't know what was making me anxious, but I felt anxious. I remember the 3rd time. This is maybe TMI, but like the 3rd time I took it, I remember like the most recent time. Mm-hmm. Remember when I called you?
Yeah.
I remember I went to the toilet and was throwing up on purpose. And I was like, why am I doing this? And I was like, oh, it's because I want to feel in control of something. Like, I was literally sitting on the toilet, and I was like, I want to throw up to feel control. So I literally stuck my finger down my throat and was like throwing up. Because I wanted to...
What?
Yeah, because I wanted to feel control. I don't like feeling out of control. I don't like it. That's why sometimes...
So then why do you get drunk?
Alcohol doesn't make me feel out of control. It makes me feel like my truest form. That sounds so bad.
I agree.
That
like,
sounds really
it's
bad.
the idea of no filter.
Yeah, I like having no filter because I always have a filter. You know what I mean? And I like not having a filter. So being drunk just helps that. Weed sometimes does give me anxiety. Mm-hmm. But most of the time it calms my anxiety. It gives me anxiety if I'm not anxious. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
so it causes the anxiety.
Yeah, if I'm sober and I'm not anxious when I smoke, I get anxious. If I'm anxious when I'm sober and I smoke, I chill and I'm calm and everything's good.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a new thing actually that's been going on.
No, I was telling you, like when I was smoking weed, like so, like what's like when I actually do shrooms, like I was looking at the floorboards, looking at the walls, like when I'm on shrooms, like it moves slowly, you know, it feels like it's moving, and I did experience this one sober in boot camp, and
Oh, really?
yes,
That's
yes,
scary.
that
It's
was
scary when you're
that's where I
sober.
was scary.
That's
why
like
I was.
that's probably an anxiety attack. or
No,
something.
that's why I was really fucking scared because I was literally in the bathroom. I was like in the bathroom, like in the stall, just like sitting there. We have no phones, we have nothing. We're just sitting there, you know, using the bathroom, and like I'm looking around at the wall because people have like a bunch of writing on the walls in like the bathrooms and shit, and like I stare at one point for a while, and then it just starts moving, and I was like, why does
I've
it look
felt
like
that
I'm on
before.
shrooms?
Yeah.
That's like I wouldn't say it's scary, but I was like, whoa, man, it really makes me think like our eyes just are there. You know, it's like our real world is just crazy of how we like.
Our brain is so powerful.
That's why I love, like
Psychology and learning about it.
yes.
It's very fascinating. We have such a powerful brain. It's like I love animals, but there ain't shit to our brain, bro.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all, bro.
They're cute though. What's your favorite animal?
Like which one?
My new favorite animal is capybaras. Not because the whole TikTok thing,
Okay.
but because I saw, well, literally, low key, like, I liked the song that was on TikTok that was like, capybara.
I'm judging
capybara,
you. I'm judging you for this one.
Anyway, that, but also I saw something today, I think it was on Instagram or something, and I researched it. Capybaras are such like social animals that like other animals love them. Like there's a picture I saw of a capybara with alligators all around it.
Yeah.
And they were just chilling. They were like, "What's up, Cappy?" And like there was monkeys on it, there was lizards on it, there was birds on it. Like
Have you seen like the capybaras that like ride on alligators?
no.
Bro, they literally sometimes they like stand on
What
alligators.
even are they?
Capybaras are the largest mammal.
They're-
Rodents. The largest
We're a
rodents.
mammal, and so are
No,
whales.
largest rodents.
They're a rodent?
They're rodents. They're the largest rodent, and they are native to South
I
America.
don't like them anymore.
Oh, okay. I would probably say mine's the octopus.
Octopi are cool.
I love. I don't know if you guys like. I used to go like through this whole stage of like learning about the things I'm obsessed with.
Oh yeah, I
And-
feel like you still do that.
I do, but it was like
Yeah.
when it came to the octopus, I was like deep in it, bro. Those creatures are. I'm sorry, like realistically, I feel like they're out of this planet. Like I feel like they're not even supposed to be from Earth itself.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
Sea creatures are dope.
bro, it's crazy.
Have you seen the animals? I'm sorry for interrupting.
No,
you.
keep
The
going, keep
animals
going.
that are like at the deepest part of the ocean where there's no light and shit, and they light up
Yeah.
like rainbows
yeah.
and stuff. That
Mhm.
stuff is so cool.
I used to want to be a zoologist, so I used to.
I used to want to be a marine biologist.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. It was
No,
a weird stage.
I wanted to be a zookeeper. I did. I really did. We could do that now. All right.
Okay.
The way we both put it work.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. but
Major.
We're back. I want to talk about men.
Don't even get me started on that.
Bro, where do you stand with them? Like what's your vibe right now with them?
In all honesty, my vibe with men is just men are just pieces of meat.
Oh shit.
Like that's literally it.
Oh,
Like it's because like
wow.
I don't know, man. Like my entire life I've always been the one to pursue. You know, always. I've never had someone. I've had a couple, you know, but it's like it's not people I'm interested in. But it's like those that I pursue. It's like it's always like a one-sided thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's like I feel like
You put in effort.
I'm putting the effort. I'm putting the plans
You're
in.
not
I'm
receiving
putting
anything.
exactly, and it's like I like don't get me wrong. Like I've been experiencing this recently, and that's why it's just like, in all honesty, like I'm back in my hoe phase. Like I wanted a relationship ever since I've been back to Flagstaff, but it's like
Really?
I have. I've
With
always have.
Someone else?
Anybody.
Oh, okay.
I've always been open to the idea of a relationship with someone I vibe with. Granted, I'm not gonna lie, you have to meet my standards, you have to meet my criteria.
Yeah.
Like I it's me, you know, so it's like I'm not just gonna be with anybody. So it's like the people that I feel like meet them just never reciprocate.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm done, you know, it's like I'm just gonna be, and it's gonna sound conceited, you know, it's like I am a prize, you know, like
No, that's not though. When it comes to love and relationships, you need to put yourself. I'm saying like if you want to get into one, I feel like you need to put yourself above because someone's gonna see you when you're not. Okay, stop.
no, do it right now. Are you gonna cry?
No, I'm drunk. I just can't. You should value yourself before you even consider getting into a relationship because you know what? Who wants to be in a relationship with an incomplete person?
And I'm gonna say it. I feel like I can sit here and say I know who I am.
Okay.
I
think you could. For sure.
Exactly, and like I feel like I'm pretty complete. Yeah. Not 100%, but it's like
you're
in my age where I'm at right now. I know what I want. I know what I need. I know.
You're
what
very wise for your age.
Please don't give me that.
You are.
You're only gonna build the ego. I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
But it's like, but honestly though, it's just like
you are though. You should give yourself that. Like you really are wise for your age. So is Andrew. I don't know what it is about the Vargases, but you guys are very wise for your age. Never met Charisma.
I don't think you'd think the same with her. Like,
Who knows?
no offense, Gutty. It's just like, you're just growing. That's all I'm gonna say.
How old is she?
She's 15.
Oh.
She's in that
Wait,
stage.
what?
She just turned 15. Yeah.
I thought she was like 17 or 18.
No, babe, she's a 15.
Oh my gosh, she's a baby.
Yeah, she's a giant baby. I will give her the idea of emotional intelligence.
Okay. That's a good thing.
I will, because she's like, it's something she gets at her age that at my age I just didn't understand.
Yeah.
And I will give her that because it's like, for me, it was...
I feel like you're still lacking in emotional intelligence.
Oh, no.
I think it's different than getting people versus sympathizing with them.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
I suck at sympathizing.
You don't know how to read a room.
Are you serious? I know how to read a room. I just don't give a fuck about the room. But like, back to man. What's your position on man? We gotta hear it.
I'm scared.
I want to know.
Well,
I haven't gotten an update yet.
Well, it's like, let's start from the beginning, bro. I've never had a good relationship with men. Ever.
Okay.
I was scared of them for a long time. I didn't know how to act around them. I grew up with 3 brothers, but I still didn't know how to interact with them. Like, I didn't know how. Elementary school, middle school, I knew how to because I went to the same elementary and middle school.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I was friends with those guys for, like, a long time.
Yeah.
And, like, I still talk to some of them. Mm-hmm. So I knew that, but when I got to high school is when I was like, like, I didn't know how to, like, act around men. Like, I didn't know how to talk to them. It was so awkward. And then college, literally second week, I met my ex-boyfriend, and he was, like, the only real thing I've had with a man where, like, I really fell in love. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm definitely a romantic, like, a hopeless romantic.
Period.
For sure. Like, when I go to... No, I'm not going to say that, but...
Say it.
I know. I'm
it.
definitely a hopeless romantic where I wouldn't say I fall in love too easily because I feel like, especially now, I have my guard up for, like, love and stuff ever since, like, the breakup. But I definitely get interested in men too quickly. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Like, with the whole... We'll bleep this.
Yeah. Patrick. We could add Patrick.
We
could add Patrick.
With the whole
Patrick.
guy, that dude, he, like, I definitely caught feelings for him. Mm-hmm. And it was so unnecessary because I just, like, looked past his douchebagness. I looked past his ego just because he was a man giving me attention.
He had an ego and everything like that?
Are you kidding me? Anyway, just men. Right now, my stance is... No, they don't exist.
Really?
Yeah. I'm genuinely so tired of getting my hopes up.
You see, you say you're a hopeless romantic for men, and you hate that, but, like, for me, I wish I was that. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, I'm not a hopeless romantic. Like, never have. I don't think I ever will be.
Yeah. I definitely am one, but my mom is actually the one who taught me. It's like, oh shit, forgot what I was just gonna say. Basically, she was just saying, like, put yourself first. Like,
Okay.
like, you're not gonna fall in love until you fall in love with yourself. And, like, I've known that. Yeah, and, like, I've known that my whole life, because you hear that. Like, when you're a kid, like, you hear that, and I've heard it my whole life. And, like, I believed it for sure, but when I went through my breakup, that's when I really started, like, oh shit, like, I loved him, but I don't think I loved him completely the way I could have.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because I don't even know how to love and care for myself.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to fully love and care for a human being? So right now, I'm just...
It's just Gigi time.
I don't even want to hook up with guys. They're honestly boring. I've never sat down and had a conversation with a man where I was just so enamored by what he was saying, and he was so enamored by what I was saying, and I wanted to get to know more about him, and he wanted to get to know more about me. And you know what? That's what I want, and I'm not going to force it anymore. I'm tired of forcing it.
Period.
I'm so fucking sick of it.
Period.
Like, I really am. So, I'm in my patient phase.
To the guys that I'm actually talking to, it's like, I don't take it offensively. You know, it's like, I'm not here saying you guys are just pieces of meat, because it's like, obviously, I'm going to realistically say it here. It's like, I'm talking to you because I am interested, you know? But it's just like, I'm past this phase of like, I'm going to put in effort. I want to see effort.
You know what? I see what you're saying, because I see it like you're tired of forcing it, because obviously it hasn't worked out when you've tried to force something.
Correct.
More than just meat.
Yeah.
And so you're just accepting it for what it is.
Correct.
And you know what? When it comes along, it comes along.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's where I'm at, too. Except I'm not hooking up with guys. Because the last guy I hooked up with broke it off, and then he got a mustache. And I'm fucking pissed about it, because I fucking love mustaches. You don't understand. You don't understand.
I could ride a mustache any day if I'm being honest.
Ride one. Do men ride?
Yeah.
Like face?
Yeah, I've done it.
How? What part goes in the mouth?
What part do you think?
I'm thinking like balls. Because that's the only thing that like hangs.
No, babe, like
your dick?
No, like
so
you
like
sit on their
fucking
face.
Let me put it in your mouth, baby.
Yeah,
Hey.
baby.
So guys, it's just us. Damien's pissing. He's also farting, apparently. I'm going snowboarding tomorrow, which is so exciting. Last time I went snowboarding, I embarrassed myself in front of my crush. So I literally haven't gone since then, because I'm literally triggered to even... Literally, I look at my snowboard in my room and I'm like, not anymore, because I don't have a crush on men anymore. I don't think I ever did. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you like convince yourself you have like a crush on someone? That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Never convince yourself to have a crush on someone. That's my word of advice. It's just stupid, honestly. I don't even want to talk about it anymore, guys. Why'd you have to bring it up? You're so annoying.
I literally do love you so much, babe. Like, I really do.
I love you.
I really do love you. Like, that's why it's like, I don't know. Like, this is why I'm like so happy I finally have like a stable relationship in my life. That's like someone that gets me. Never in my life, and I could say that full-heartedly, like, pray to God, like, put whatever you want on it. It's like, never in my life did I ever find you as a pathetic person. Never. I was like, please get that out of your mind if that's how you ever felt. Because it's like, you were growing.
Yeah. I saw myself as pathetic, but you were... I think that's how you saved me. I saw myself as pathetic, but you saw me as I'm growing. And you told me, like, this is just a stage. Like, you'll get past this. You just gotta do it, you know? Like, no one's gonna save you. You gotta do it yourself. And, like, you just taught me how to grow. And you taught me that it's okay to be stuck. And it's okay to grow. You know what I mean? I was always scared of growing, especially during that time. Because I didn't want to grow away from that relationship. I was stuck on that relationship for a long time.
Yeah.
Up until like October, November, I was stuck on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I never thought it was okay. But you taught me that it is okay. and growing is fucking cool, bro. It's good. That's how you
It's
discover
beautiful,
who you are.
isn't
It really
it?
is.
Like you sit here and you look back and you're like, that's who I was, and I'm not that anymore. You know,
and you're proud of yourself.
Exactly.
I was never proud of myself. You taught me to be proud of
Stop
myself.
the fact that I'm actually hearing you say that you're proud of yourself. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like I don't know if you guys, if whoever's been close to Gigi. From what I've known from Gigi, and it was just like a lot of hatred for herself, and I've always found her as an amazing person. Always, like I found her positivity. I found her vibe. Like I knew from the first day, like you said with that video, it's like that's why I started hanging out with you guys a lot more, because it's like realistically I only hung out for you.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I want to get to know this girl more, and I'm so thankful, and in all honesty, it's like to sit here and see Gigi from that time to now and say like,
I'm gonna cry.
Do whatever you want. You know, it's like to sit here and see that, you know, and sit here and hearing her say, it's like, I'm proud of where I'm at. It makes me so happy. And because it's all I want for people. Yeah. You know, I just want people to be the best,
version
positive
of themselves.
Exactly. And and it's like and the people that know me probably don't feel that way when I speak to them. I hate people that try saying I'm a bad person. You know, it's like, because I'm not.
Damien, guys, when I tell you that Damien literally saved my life, I genuinely mean it. I would not be alive today if it wasn't for him and my mom, but like him. Like when I didn't have my mom with me, it was the hardest thing ever. But Damien was the guy who came in and fucking like swooped me off my feet. And not in a romantic way, but like just supportive way. And I've never had someone outside of my family support you like you did. And that's why I don't like when people say that about you either. I don't like when people say you're not a good person, because you must be fucking delusional. Or you must not know Damien.
It's like, not you must. You are.
Yeah. Damien is the greatest guy like I've ever met. And I'm not fucking kidding. The day he goes to conversion therapy and he comes out straight, he's mine. He's mine. I fucking call dibs, bitches. I'm not kidding you. I swear to God.
Sorry, I'll agree. Yeah, like, if I was to be straight, I would definitely say you'd be my girlfriend. 100%. Yeah.
That'll never happen.
I'm sorry. Like, it's not. Maybe in another life.
Do you think in another like dimension or parallel universe we are lovers? Ugh.
That'd be crazy.
I don't like that actually. I just thought about that. I actually just
like literally saying he's mine. I don't like that.
I literally just thought about like us being lovers, and I thought of you like blurb inside of me, and I actually got nauseous just now.
Sorry, guys, we got a little distracted here, you know, and
cranberry juice is crazy.
It really does. It does.
They make it different these days.
They do, and she's delicious. Like if I was honestly born during the old times and they didn't have cranberry juice,
I feel like they've always had cranberry juice.
You think so? Do you think it's as good as it is now?
No.
Or do you think it's better?
It's better now.
You think so?
For sure. Oh no, FDA regulations, boring. Give me those carcinogens.
No,
they get me drunker.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the Greeks had it, man. The ancient
Your
Greeks
legs look so good.
Thank you. What?
Oh my God.
Yeah, babe, all muscle. I work for that.
Holy sh!
It's nothing but
muscle. I'm so sorry. I wish you guys could feel his fucking butt. Damien, that's like really sexy.
Yeah. Like,
yeah. We both gasped.
I know. Okay, so like, as Gigi was bringing up earlier, like, she had a hangover. I made fun of her.
No. I didn't have one hangover. I didn't have two. I didn't have three. I've had 4 hangovers. These last, like... Okay, let's talk about how January and February I was drunk, like, the whole time.
Fair enough.
Like, bro, because we had so many birthdays in January and February. Oh my God.
Best time of the year for me.
Bro, it was really fun. Like, it was, I was looking at my Snap memories and I was like, holy shit, like, that's fun. But after those, and I was like, that was like peak drunk, like, I was newly 21 and shit. I started drinking less and less, but I kept drinking... I kept drinking less often, but the same amount. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Less often. That's
the
what I've been
same
doing
amount.
recently. Like,
Yeah.
less often, same amount. But it's, like, been causing me hangovers. Like, I wake up, I'm sensitive to light, I have a headache, I want to vomit. I literally can't even walk. My muscles hurt, and it feels like I have a fever. Nothing will help. Like, literally nothing helps when you have a hangover. And I can't believe I'm at that point because I'm only 21. Anyway, I am getting old.
Honestly, the idea of getting old frightens me. Like, for one, wrinkles.
I have wrinkles on my fucking forehead. Can you see them? That's why I also have bangs. Shout out Andrew.
Shut up, fucking Andrew.
Bro, fuck Andrew. You know what he said to me? He first of all, he called me. He was like, "Can I come over to your apartment?" I said, "Yeah." He came over. He said, we were talking for a bit. He said, "Gigi, you know how your thing's your forehead?" And I said, "Where the fuck is he going with this?" He said, "You know how your thing's your forehead?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "My thing is I get hot really easily." And I was like, "That's not the same thing." Andrew posted something on his Instagram that said, "Man, be her piece. She's got a big forehead." And Charisma swiped up on it and said, what did she say again? She said Gigi laughing emoji. And then I asked both Andrew and Damien, I said, "Did you guys talk to her about my forehead?" They were like,
my heart, bro.
They were like, "No, we didn't talk to her." That means she made her own decision of how big my fucking forehead is. Freckles are so cute.
It's the one thing that made me feel cute. Like, if there's one thing I'll give James Charles, it's that idea of
He draws them on.
I would give him that.
I used to draw mine on. I don't anymore. I lost my pencil to do it.
Like, what do you mean?
There's a pencil. It's like an eyeliner, but you can just use it as a.
As like a freckle dotter?
Yeah, freckle dotter.
Okay, which leads us to my next context. This bitch has been creating a list of like all the
Let me
words.
talk.
Okay.
Damien fucking makes up words all the
Sorry.
damn time. And I have been creating a list since, like, I would say mid-February I started this. Maybe not even then, bro. I feel like beginning of March. March 28th.
No,
That's
no
today.
way. That's when it started.
Today's March 28th. Really, it says Damien's made-up words.
There's a subsection too.
Oh,
Don't
yes,
forget.
there is a subsection called Andrew's made-up words. But as you can see, Damien's is much bigger than Andrew's. Bro, I'm not kidding you. Like, every single time I see Damien, I add something in here. I'm not kidding.
Get up.
Okay, first word, passionality. He said, that guy has a lot of passionality about him. What the fuck does that mean?
It means a lot of passion.
No, it doesn't. It means you made up a word.
In my world, it does, dude.
Put your lips on the top one. Can you explain?
Okay. I can actually do it right now if you want.
Do it.
Okay, so I was explaining this thing to her. My brother, I brought it up on our old podcast before you fucking ruined it. But like, there's this thing that I do that I can make myself sneeze, you know? And essentially...
Wait. Andrew started with being like, "Damien, what was that noise you used to make in the shower when we were kids?"
And I still do it.
And
it.
Andrew explained the noise like...
It sounded like an elephant.
Yeah,
That's what he said. So, oh, Jesus Christ, excuse me, that cranberry's hitting, you know?
Yeah.
So, essentially, you put your bottom lip on the top of your top one, and you like blow. You put the bottom and you go. Stop. I'm not gonna continue it because it's embarrassing, but it's like keep doing that. Keep doing it.
And you can make yourself
sneeze.
And Andrew said he heard him doing this in the shower all the time when they were growing up.
And then that he would finally hear the sneeze, and he's like, "There you go."
But I have a question. Why would you want yourself to sneeze that
Because it's
bad?
like sometimes I just feel clogged up. You know.
Blow your nose.
Okay, but it's like the like forcing it sometimes doesn't get it as good as like the natural sneeze, you know.
As the elephant.
Yeah, as the elephant technique does.
What were we talking about?
I don't remember. We were talking about something, and you were talking about someone with like a healthy coping mechanism.
I remember one time you told me I have healthy coping mechanism.
You do.
That's nice.
I'm
Usually I just cry.
That's a healthy coping mechanism. Like, when
I mean, better than like doing coke or going on a bender.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I've gone through TMI maybe. I've gone through 3 to 4 years of therapy.
Yeah.
3 to 4 years of it, and it's like that entire time I was taught coping mechanisms, taught like this and that, and it's like people don't understand like things that like actually are considered a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
And like reading a book, journaling, it's like there's a reason why I like writing
That's
poems.
shit I do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
poems are fun.
bro, I love writing poems. I wrote one about Gigi the other day. I was gonna post it on my Instagram.
But
I don't know. I'm still I'm thinking about like how I want to make it better if I'm being honest.
do it.
I wasn't fucking with it.
I want you to write me like 30 poems.
30 of them?
30.
Like that.
Bro, back to men. I also feel like I have such high standards, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But I have really high standards. Like when I say 30 poems, I mean like 60 poems.
Oh.
What's like your ideal relationship?
And if there was an ideal relationship, it would definitely be something similar to what me and Gigi have. It's a person that can sit here and be like, I don't fuck with what you said. Very open-minded about it.
Yeah.
I want someone with an opinion. I want someone that can sit there and be like, I don't want to do this, or I don't like what you said, or I don't want to do this, And,
honesty.
And exactly.
Yeah.
And communication. For me, communication is a huge thing.
So important.
Yep. Like I always say it. For me, like I always say communication is a huge part. It really is, but it's like specifically for me, because it's like I say things sometimes, and sometimes they just need to be elaborated on.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't just make a claim because it's like I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Every claim I make, I definitely have put some thought into it, or like some type of idea.
That's a really good point. I feel like that's a lot of reasons why you have conflict with some people, is because they just think you're saying it to say it. Mm-hmm. And like you don't have experience in it, but you have experience in those things that you do argue.
There's one thing that I would definitely say. I would not make an argument about something I don't know. Granted, if it's something stupid, like a little tiny argument, like the definition of a word, like something minor like that.
We do that shit all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna argue that. But it's like when it comes to something like philosophical or like life changing, or like some aspect like that, it's like I'm not going to talk about it unless I've experienced it,
right.
So it's like, if I'm saying it, it's like, shut the fuck up and listen, It's like, I'm not, like, I will shut the fuck up and listen to you. But it's like, I'm not going to shut the fuck up and listen to you if you have no experience in it,
It's low-key a criticism of you. Is that okay?
Go crazy.
Okay. You were saying how, you say, you listen to me and I'll listen to you. I feel like you have a problem with listening to other people.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Because that whole thing at the bar.
Yeah.
Wherever we were, I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
I feel like, because obviously I can't say much because I haven't experienced what you've experienced with the whole situation we were talking about.
Yeah.
But should we just say what it was about?
Yeah.
It was about like fat.
It was obesity.
It was
the idea of obesity.
Yeah. And Damien, I don't want to speak for him, but he's had like that experience, like personally.
I was almost close to 400 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's like from 400 pounds to where I am now, it's like I think I have a right to say some shit about this.
Right. 100%. I agree with that. That's why when I was at the table, I was kind of like letting, oh my god, I almost said her name, letting whoever like argue with you. But at the same time, I kind of like tried to butt in too, because I did agree with her where it was like, be more gentle with people and like be more understanding and sympathize. But at the same time, I understand you where it's like, get a hold of your life. Like you can do better.
I'll pick up from there, Okay. Essentially, it was this idea of obesity. And for me, I'm sorry, any person that sits here and says that they're obese and happy with the way their body is and the way they look and the way, it's like, I'm going to sit here and disagree, because it's like, scientifically speaking, no, it's not even that. It's like with studies and science and everything, it's like obesity increases your depression, anxiety, self-confidence, no matter what it is. It increases it. you know, and you can sit here and be like, I love my body, but it's like there's this idea of social norms.
Yeah.
You know, and you're always going to compare yourself to them. And that's okay. You know, that's the idea of being human. But it's like the whole argument was like I was being too harsh. And yeah, I'm not going to argue that. Sometimes I do have my points where it's like I'm harsh because it's like those people.
Because you know.
Exactly.
'Cause you know.
I was in that mindset, you know. I was in that idea of like I said,
You
hated the gym.
were literally arguing for yourself.
Exactly.
For your old self.
And that's why I was getting so passionate about it.
Right, and I get that.
And that's why I was just like, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with someone, and in my opinion, and I don't know how she's been her entire life, but it was someone that's extremely on the skinny side. And if I could sit here and say like I'm jealous of that girl's body, you know, it's like that girl has a body on her.
I am. She got a nice ass.
That's what I'm telling you. It's like I'm not arguing like the idea of that. It's like I'm not gonna allow someone with that type of body, with that type of experience to sit here and tell me, a person that's had to work hard for accepting and loving and wanting to be who I am.
Right.
To sit here and be like, you're wrong.
I agree. I 100% agree. But I also think you have to put in consideration our company.
Yeah.
We had company that was kind of hurt by the conversation that Damien was saying because she was hurt.
Yeah.
And I think you just need to be more mindful of that.
And if I'm being honest, I apologize. I really do. I really do apologize for the idea of making you uncomfortable, because it's like I didn't want that to be that, because I continuously stated, I was like, can we just go to another bar, you know, like trying to change the conversation.
I do remember that.
But another one of our friends is like, you just don't want to hang with your friends, and I was just like, that's not true. I'm just trying to get out of this conversation. You know,
okay. Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's just like I just want to switch it up,
yeah.
but they weren't allowing for it. So it's like I really do apologize, because I never meant for it to go to that point. But it's like, and I'm sorry, but it's like the reason why you were uncomfortable is because like what I was stating was true. I'm sorry, it was. You weren't uncomfortable because it's like, oh, he's just talking out of his ass. It's because you can relate. You know, and I'm not sitting here to attack that relation you're feeling with what I'm saying. What I was sitting here to attack was that other person that doesn't have that experience. Right. You know, and I really do apologize to that person. You know, I never meant to make you feel bad about how you feel, but it's like, it's okay. You know, it's okay to not be happy with how you look or how you feel, or with how you're feeling inside with what I said, because it's like, it's totally valid.
Yeah.
You know, it's totally valid to not be happy with like, oh fuck, he's bringing up points that I don't want to be thinking of, partying at a bar, you know, and that's totally fair. But it's like, I was just trying to sit here and fight for the people that have never experienced, or that have experienced this.
Loki, you were fighting for her.
Yeah, yes, 100%.
But I think you're just in different states.
Correct. I was fighting for her.
Where that's where
I was fighting for me, and I was fighting for every idea of a person that is obese. You know, because it's like, don't get me wrong, love your body, please do, and love who you are. But it's like, to sit here and say I'm going to promote unhealthy habits that actually does physically and mentally hurt you, I'm not going to sit here and agree with. I'm sorry. And as controversial as that may be, as much as someone as watching this video and be like, yo, fuck you, it's like, all right, valid. You know, it's like, if that's how you're feeling towards me, it's like, it's not this idea of hate. You know, I'm not saying it to hate you or like make fun of you. It's somewhat true. Yeah. You know, and it's somewhat true to some people and may not somewhat be true to others. And she did bring this argument of Lizzo, and
sorry,
don't even get me started on the girl with Lizzo. But it's like, I love Lizzo, love what she's going for with the body positivity. But it's like, I don't like her eating habits. I don't like what she promotes with like, it's okay to be fat, because it's like, realistically, it's like, yeah, it's okay to love yourself while being fat. but it's not okay to be fat.
I've never been obese, and growing up, I grew up skinny, but like around middle school, high school, I started to become chubby, and that's when I really struggled. But now where I'm at is like, I accept where I'm at, but I also accept that I can get better, and I will get better for myself.
And I think that's what I was trying to promote,
right?
But I did it incorrectly.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I'm apologizing.
You're just very blunt.
Yes.
You're very blunt.
And that's what I mean. It's like, that's why, again, with
that's
the idea
good.
of an ideal relationship, it's like, I'm a very blunt person. You know, it's like,
and I'm okay with that bluntness.
And that's what I'm saying, is like, that's how we work. Because it's like, if I'm blunt to her, I expect her to be the exact same way that she is to me.
That's why I've been like literally not correcting him this whole video, but like criticizing, like, oh, you could have done this.
You know, and thank you.
That's what some people don't understand about our friendship is, I feel like some people could look at it from the outside, and see it as that's a toxic relationship. Like, you guys are destroying each other's egos, like you're hurting each other. I don't think that's true. I think we're helping each other, and if Damien ever crossed a line,
please let me know.
I would tell him, and I feel like that has happened before.
100% it has.
I don't.
We can't specifically say like
off.
pop the fuck off. It's like, that's the idea.
I was about to pop off on a bitch.
Oh. Pop off on the bitch. Pop off on the bitch. Pop off on her.
I can't.
Pop off on her.
We don't know if it's a her. It could be a he.
Him. Whatever the case. Whatever they are. You know. It's like, pop off on them.
I don't know. I just don't.
Hold on. While she goes off, I'm gonna go get some more cranberry.
Damien and I have a great friendship, and I could totally see how from an outsider's no, actually I can't. I can't see how from an outside perspective. I just feel like people are different, and I feel like Damien and I have a great relationship. That's why I want to fall in love with him, and I want him to be straight, because I don't think I'll ever find a man as like accepting and understanding as he is, because I love the bluntness, bro. I really do.
Really?
I do.
You see, and because it's like, when you say that, you know, it's like, I thought other people were like that. And that's where I was struggling to learn the boundaries with the people we're talking about here, you know. And again, I do apologize.
Trick.
This is what I mean by boundaries, you know. It's like, I never, to any of my friends, you know, it's like, I never mean to come out of it as a malicious intent. Never. And never think of it that way.
Yeah, and I never got that.
And that's what I'm saying.
I'm usually with you when you have those conversations. I feel like I've been with you like once or twice when those awkwardness conversation have come up, and I never got a malicious vibe from you, but I could tell from those other people I got a malicious receiving vibe from them. Does that make sense?
100%.
Where they're very like,
you're attacking
defensive.
me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's totally valid. And
that's not Damien's intention at all.
And that's what I mean. It's like, that's what I mean. It's like, she teaches me the idea of like, she really did teach me. It's like, I really did like think a lot about it when she was talking to me about it. It's like, boundaries, you know, and it was one thing I've always struggled with my entire life, 100%, and I still do struggle with, clearly, as of today. You know, it's like, I think I do struggle with boundaries, and that's, it's like with people that I am friends with, it's like, that's why I love Gigi, because it's like, with the boundaries, it's like, she sets it, she says it, you know, she doesn't get defensive. She's just like, I didn't fuck with that, and here's why. Yeah. You know, and I love that, and it's because it gives me some clear definition, and again, hence why I think, like, in some form of matter, I am different from people. Yeah. It's like, when I hear like, this is why, it's like, okay, I get it now, you know. It's like, and that's why it's like, when it comes to my friends, it's like,
some people are uncomfortable with setting boundaries,
and that's what I mean. It's like, I apologize, but it's like, you can't get mad at me then if you're receiving it defensively. It's like,
if you literally tell Damien, I've done this before, if you literally tell Damien stop, like, I don't want to talk about this, he will stop.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't stop with one of the conversations.
But did they tell you to stop?
They did.
Okay.
I didn't stop because it was more the fact of like, I just didn't think she wanted to hear the truth. Yeah. I was worried for her, and I don't think she wanted to hear the truth. But then I also did tell her, I was like, I don't know the full story. Yeah. And I repeatedly said it. I was like, I don't know where you're at mentally. I don't know where you're at. But it's like, as of now, from what I know, what
This
you've
is what
told
I'm
me,
perceiving.
exactly,
And this is my advice.
exactly. It's like, and some people ask for it, and I think that's another thing I have to deal with. I
Anywho,
love them.
Damien's misunderstood. He has some work to do for sure.
Yeah, but
I'm trying, guys.
it really is yin and yang, because it's like,
We do balance each other out for sure. We
that's-
keep each other in check a lot.
and that's why I love this relationship, and that's why it's like, when you said, what's your ideal, this is it. You know, it's like, I want you to keep me in check, but I also want to keep you in check.
I have a new freckle. Okay, sorry.
Sorry, we didn't mean to get on a serious tangent, but it's like, it's this idea.
Yeah, we did. Who cares? It's our podcast.
That is true. You know, yeah and not yeah. You know, it's like, it was like this idea that it's supposed to be fun and playful, but also like serious. You know, and this is
That's
one of
who
those
we are.
serious
We're fun and
moments.
playful and serious.
Exactly, and it's like, I'm sorry, but it's like, I'm gonna say it. As friends, if you can't sit here and take criticism and criticize me, I don't want to be your friend. I don't, because it's like, I like,
Don't act like I'm perfect. I know I'm not.
but that's the thing. It's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's like,
I
I'm not
do.
critiquing you and attacking you,
You're literally helping me.
and that's all I want to do.
We grow off each other.
And I'm gonna say it again. If you think at any point that, oh, Damien's a shitty person, like, he's gross, like, all right, don't have me as your friend, you know, because it's like, I'm sorry, but that's not who I am, you know. And if you're gonna talk shit on my name, if you're gonna talk shit of me as a person, you know, it's like,
Do it.
do it, but it's like, don't expect for me to be this positive, uplifting person that I normally am with people, and be real with you. You know, it's because it's like, you don't want a friend, you want an acquaintance.
Mm-hmm.
Let's label it as
You
it
want
is.
someone to like hype you up.
Exactly. You want
And like
support.
totally.
Yeah.
We support each other. We hype each other up, but we also keep each other in check.
And we not even in check. We keep it real.
We keep it real.
Yeah.
For real. That's a good way to put
Yeah,
it.
it's
Because I feel like the term keeping it real could mean support, could mean keeping you in check.
whatever it is.
Whatever. Man.
Exactly.
Just
It's
keeping
like,
it real.
and I think that's what I mean. If you can't keep it real as a friend, don't have me as your friend.
Well, because, like, think about it. In a relationship, in a romantic relationship with a significant other, you want to grow off each other.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be stuck who you are.
Snaps.
You are supposed to be in a relationship to support each other and grow together as a unit. You know what I mean? So think of that as your friendships.
I don't know, man. I
Apply that
think
to your
I agree. I just don't think that's what all people see
Right.
it as.
Right.
And that's what I'm also struggling with.
But to be honest, though, I think those people that don't see it like that, because you see it like that, just aren't your friend. As you were talking about, like, I don't see you as a friend, I see you as an acquaintance. It's like, I don't see them as acquaintance, I see them as a friend for a different thing. It's like, I see a strong, beautiful, blossoming friendship. Like, and I will never get anything close to that ever again, and I never have. But I also see, I don't know an example, but I don't know, like, I would guess Andrew. Like, I see him as someone, like, I guess that's not a good example, because I also have, like,
I was gonna say, I thought
because
you
I
were
also have, like,
the
deep,
blossom.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, I also have, like, deep connections with him. But I don't know what to say, but, like, you have party friends. You have friends to smoke with. You have friends to hype each other up. Like, yes, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't see it as that, like, differentiating acquaintance and friends. I just simply see it as there's different kind of friends. And that's okay.
And that's what I mean. I think that's where we differentiate. My entire life, I've a little sob story here. You know, it's like in high school I wasn't liked, and it was for a good reason. I'm not gonna bullshit.
Because he was fat.
Not even fat. I was I was a terrible person.
Really?
You know, I was terrible. I really was. And again, I really do genuinely apologize to all those people I hurt during high school. I've never meant it as in a way. I never meant to ruin it. You know, it was just me figuring shit out during that time, and I really do apologize. But it was during that time where I've learned what are friends, what are best friends. Mm-hmm. You know, for me it's like it's a hierarchy.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I'm saying.
And For me,
No, not
I don't.
hierarchy,
You see,
but-
I was gonna say no. I don't think you have a hierarchy. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
no,
like you
I
have
so.
friends for different.
But you're
situations.
definitely above.
That's
I don't have a hierarchy, meaning saying like classes. Like I don't have that, but I definitely have people that are more meaningful to me.
you see.
Like you, Andrew. I'd say Misha's getting there.
Period. Shout out to Big Nose. We have a friend. We always make fun. She doesn't really have that big of a nose. I just like making fun of it because she likes bringing it up. But it's like
I'm just kidding.
I
have a
really,
big nose,
I really don't think she does. It's like I think I have a big nose, but it's like it's an insecurity thing, you know. And realistically, it's like I tease her about it. She's brought up the joke, you know. She's always done it herself.
She's one of those friends where like him and I like we
can attack and joke
Yeah.
and not take it offensively.
Yeah. Sorry guys, we're gonna be serious.
We're gonna get serious again.
You know the shooting in
Oh, in Nashville?
Yeah.
I definitely think there should be gun control. I'm gonna say it.
Okay, that's not what I was gonna say.
Oh.
I was gonna say how fucking scary our politicians are. Our fucking president, Joe Biden, bro. Did you see what happened?
No.
So you know how after like a big event happens, like a shooting, like presidents, they go on
Social media.
no, they go live on air, like on the news.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they always do that. Like whenever there's a big event, like when 9/11 happened, when all 30,000 of the shootings have happened. Whoa.
Sorry.
That was cool.
Sorry.
Okay. When all like the shootings happen, they typically go on to just like I forgot what it's called, but it's basically just
Press.
yeah,
press
like
conference.
a press. Yeah, he's just addressing what happened, and
Yeah.
it's pretty quickly after the events happen.
Yeah.
So this shooting happened in Nashville. Very unfortunate. My heart goes out. Jesus Christ, that's fucking so scary. I saw the footage of it. Ugh.
Are you serious? There's footage?
Yeah.
We were gonna watch this after this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I want to watch it.
Okay.
Sorry. Keep going.
That's okay. Very heartbreaking, but Joe Byron.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe, for real fucking sleepy. He went on, there was a news channel talking about this happened, they're telling the facts of it, and they said, then this guy interrupted this girl that was talking about it. He said, oh, Joe Biden's actually going on, the presidential address is happening right now, so we need to cut to that.
Oh.
So they cut to that of him in DC at his podium. And usually they're very somber and they're very sorrowful, and like you've seen like when a shooting happened when Obama was president, he was crying.
Yeah.
Even actually I don't know about Trump.
Trump
but
didn't do it. I'm not.
No,
I,
but
I've seen all his press conferences.
he addressed it and he said he's sorry,
I will
thoughts and
admit
prayers,
that.
whatever.
I will admit that. Yes.
Joe Biden, when it cut to him, he was talking about ice cream. And he was making jokes. Yeah. He was making jokes saying like, oh, how are we all feeling tonight? Like, are we feeling good? On the fucking news, live, addressing this shooting. But for 10 minutes, he was talking about how he has chocolate chip ice cream in his freezer waiting at home, and he's so excited and like whatever. And then he goes into it and he's like, I'm very sorry about like Nashville. But for like 10, 15 minutes, he was joking about that shit. And it's just like, I saw the comments and people were like, this is fucking scary. Like, this is so scary that...
No remorse.
No, bro. And those are the people who are in charge? Like, are you kidding me?
Can I be honest? Can I?
Yeah, you can.
Are you scared?
I'm always scared when you say, can I be honest? I'm terrified.
I did vote for Joe Biden. I'm gonna say it.
You know what? You know what's worse than that?
What?
I didn't vote, so that's okay. I can't say anything.
You know what? I'm not even gonna get into that, but like, I did
can
vote for
if you
Joe
want.
Biden. No, we'll get into that after this conversation. But it's like, I voted for Joe Biden, and respectively, fuck you, Joe. You know, it's like, you've sit here and you played me. You know, like every politician does.
Fucking played us
I
with the
played-
Willow Project.
That's one of the reasons. For me, environmental, not even getting into the gun policies, but it's like environmental was a huge aspect for me. And he was talking
preached
about,
that.
and AOC, he was talking about her plan with the with the Green Deal and everything. And I was loving it, you know. And for him, I'm very disappointed for him as a president. And realistically, I didn't want to vote for him, if I'm being honest. But it's like, I would have voted for someone that I thought would have been a little bit more And
They always
yeah,
try.
and don't get me wrong, that's what I respected about Trump. You know, it's like he wasn't a politician
He's a businessman.
and he was a businessman and he said it as it was, you know, and he didn't sugarcoat shit, you know, and that's what I loved about him, you know. But it's like I expected Joe to do the same, but also be real about it. Yeah, and respectively, you failed. You know, it's like and it's sad, you know, because I put my whole heart and faith into the idea of this man building America,
Yeah.
and he's just like, and I should have expected it being a political major, you know, like all these politicians, all the what they say, like all these fake promises, but it's like I really did think he was gonna do it,
Yeah.
and it's just disappointing. And to even hear that, that's even worse.
It was scary.
That's
yeah.
that's
It was scary.
that's disgusting.
I thought it was an edit. I really did, and people were commenting. People were like, "Oh my god, this edit is so funny," and like this person would respond back like, "No, this is real. Like this really happened."
Don't get me even started with this two-party system and how corrupt America is, but it's like I'm just disappointed with it all, you know, because it's like I hope and I pray. I don't pray, but it's like I just
I don't pray.
I don't pray, but I hope that that this man would do some type of positivity towards
And
our
you know what?
world.
You're doing more than thoughts and prayers, like the government always says. You're like getting into it to hopefully make a change.
Yeah, and you have a right. You
Yeah.
have
And you're
that
not
privilege,
using
and you're throwing it away. You know, it's like if you really do think what you have to say matters, and that's why I say I'm a very opinionated person. Because like, in my world, what I do have to say does matter.
Yeah.
Because it's like, as it should with you, as it should with our audience. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. It's like, whatever you have to say does matter. And I do, and that's why I really do want to get into politics. Because it's like, I feel bad for those people that feel like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's because it's like, you have every right. You have every right to sit here and be like, fuck that. You know, you have every right to be like, I want more gun control. You have every right to say, I don't want more gun control. You know, it's like, what my goal here is to be like, I want to be the middleman. You know.
Did you know that the Nashville shooter, he got 2 of 3 of the weapons he murdered with legally?
I could believe that, and that's what it's like. That's why I'm more of this idea of control. You know, because it's like, I'm not to say it's like take away our Second Amendment rights, but it's like there's just some
I
guns.
say it. Sorry.
No, fair enough.
I don't talking about
No,
politics.
that's fair. That's
I
fair.
know.
You know, it's because like everyone has their opinion. You know, but it's like, in my eyes, realistically, that's not gonna go away.
Yeah, no.
You know,
Yeah.
and as much as I want to be like, I want to take away all guns, but it's like, it's in our Constitution. You know, it's
Yeah.
in our Bill of Rights, and people are very traditional in that sort of matter when it comes to America.
Yeah. I will say that you can take this knowing that I didn't vote, but I think it's scary how we're talking about the Constitution.
Yeah.
I think it's scary how we're so set on keeping those amendments. It's really scary.
Bro.
How we're not like
We're not okay with changing it.
it's so weird how we're so set on the times of the 1800s or whenever the fuck the Constitution and Bill of Rights was made, the 1700s, whenever, bro. That's just, it's weird to me how we don't want to change that because times are changing, buddy. Times really are, and I understand that people to this day still want like
Traditionalism, you know, and shit like that.
yeah, like they want like not gun control, but they want to have their guns.
Yeah.
But I think it's scary how they want their guns, but they don't look at what's happening, and they don't consider that maybe that is a problem.
Realistically,
Our kids are dying.
Realistically, I think if our founding fathers found out about AR-15s
Yeah.
or like the guns that we have
Yeah.
now, you know,
Assault
it's like,
rifles.
and that's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm not saying take away your rights of guns.
Assault. It's in the fucking name.
This, I
Oh.
was literally watching a video about it today of like what it does to your body, and it's crazy to me. You know that
What does to your body?
like an AR-15 compared to a normal combat handgun.
Yeah.
You know, like the speed that it goes through bursts everything in your body. It does. You know, compared to a handgun that with the distance and the power and what it has, it's more of a linear shot, and it just goes straight through. But it's like with a gun, not with a gun control, with an AR-15, it's like it goes through. Not only does it break your bones, but it punctures your lungs. It explodes whatever's in there, and then not only that, but continues to keep going straight through the body. You know, so it's like it's not only this damage, but it's like it's more. You know, it's like. And don't get me wrong, it's like the whole idea, historically speaking, for the idea of gun control is tyranny. You know?
What's that?
Tyranny is the idea of like, or monarchy, like a king, okay, you know, it's like one person that's like controlling everything. Right. You know? And that's why our founding, historically speaking, you know, and you could argue with me all you want, but it's like, look at it. You know, it's like our founding fathers only put that in the amendment for our right to revolt. Right. And
that makes sense.
Roll over a tyrant.
What's the point?
Where's the revolt now?
We need to revolt for other reasons.
And I agree. You know, and I don't know. I definitely think that's why I find it sad when people sit here and say like, I didn't vote, and it's like. I like your scenario is something completely different, but like there's some people that just literally throw away their vote because they don't think their voice is heard.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to me, because it's like democracy. I have my own opinions on it. You know, as much as I've been taking on political science, like all these type of ideologies from historical to modern. You know, it's like I've been learning the history of politics. It's like realistically, it's like. We're changing, you know, and as much as we want to stay in a world that's traditional, in a world that's like the 1800s, we're not there anymore. It's very complex, and we've have technology, we have modernization, and we have so much issues that we have to adapt to, you know, and to sit here and be like, oh well, I have the right to own AR-15. To me, I'm just like, no, you don't. I'm gonna say it. You don't, because it's like, and realistic, and also, like, and when I was in the Navy, you know, it's like these guns that these people are able to own military grade wise, you don't get that clearance as a civilian. Yeah. I wouldn't take that away, in my opinion, from a military person compared to a civilian, because it's like, think about it. From what I did through boot camp, we had a lot of training, not even with like gun control, but with the idea of like how to handle a gun and the seriousness of a gun. You know, it's
you don't
like
get training. Civilians don't get training.
Yeah, they're just like here you go. You know, it's like, hey, we've done your background check. You're good to go. You know, it's like, all right, period.
And your background check is, were you born in America? Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go, man. Here's your gun.
And that's what I mean. It's crazy, and I don't know, to sit here and hear that Joe Biden made a joke about something so serious.
He didn't even like joke about it. He just was it was too peppy. Way too peppy.
And you see now,
way
my
too
question:
relaxed.
Do you think it was the idea of like to calm the citizens?
Not an appropriate time to do so.
That's fair. You know, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I think that's the problem with Joe Biden. It's like there's a time and place.
He is senile.
That's why I call him Sleepy Joe. You know, it's not because I'm a Republican. It's because it's like. It's like, have you seen this man?
The video of him being like
tripping, bro. Have you seen him fall down the stairs twice? Not only once, twice, bro.
Or the video of him when the guy was like, "Do you think you're too old or something?" And Joe Biden goes, "Listen, I," and then he goes talking about random stuff, and he mumbles and he stutters, and he's not even speaking English, but it's the funniest video fucking ever. And the videos of literally his wife, like, literally taking care of him is insane.
What?
Yeah, instead of, like, him talking, like, Joe, and his wife just, like, takes the mic.
She takes it?
Yeah, because she knows that he's senile. And he's losing it up here.
That's what I mean.
Isn't he like 90?
Which brings me to another point.
What, that they're all old?
Hold on. Before we continue on to this,
Bro,
I really do
fine.
need to pee. I'm sorry, I really do
Okay,
need to
go
pee.
pee.
We're gonna cut this. We'll come back to this. And
Okay, guys, we're done with that boring combo.
honestly, I think we got too serious, too political. I apologize to keep you guys here for how long is this one? 3 hours.
Oh my fucking god.
3
We're
fucking
gonna
hours.
crop this. Just so that you know, we've been filming for like 3.5 fucking hours.
Yeah. We
We
appreciate you guys listening to
We
our
do.
point of views, our lives, our ideologies, and not only that, but like listening to this while we're plastered on cranberry juice.
I'm not plastered.
I wouldn't say I'm plastered. I think I'm pretty.
Well, Davey drank like almost a whole bottle of cranberry juice.
1.75 liters to be exact.
Liters?
That's how big the bottle is.
You're scary.
Okay,
Oh
sorry.
my God.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, it takes a lot to get me drunk. So if you're ever planning on like roofing me, good luck. No, I'm just kidding. But.
Oh my god. Anyway, we really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you. Come back whenever we film this.
Yeah, for real, again.
will.
What one is it the last
We
one?
love doing these.
We do.
really
It just
do.
takes time. We're very busy people. We're students, you know.
We are.
Full time, and we just live, love, and laugh life. Whatever time you guys
I
are watching
honestly
this.
hope you have a beautiful life. And I
People-
hope you take everything that we said with a grain of salt.
Not even a grain of salt. I think they should take it full heartedly because that's
Okay.
us. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like everything that we said in this podcast, whether we crop it or not. It's like
Yeah.
it was
We
us.
also would appreciate feedback. For sure.
Please.
Like, if you guys want to see something, we will totally do that for sure.
100%. Like, I think we're just here to like not only make,
Vibe.
yeah.
We're here
like,
to vibe. And if this isn't your vibe and you want to see another vibe,
let us know.
maybe
the
we'll
vibe.
catch that vibe and maybe we'll send it back to you.
Maybe we won't. I'm just kidding.
We probably won't. No, I'm kidding.
We'll see how we feel. Anywho, hope you guys have a beautiful day. Kill it, live it, love it, laugh it.
Learn it. Remember that's our quote?
That was.
It was live it, laugh it, love it. No, live it, love it, learn
No,
it.
it was the one that you wrote on your board. What
I know,
was
I
it?
forgot it.
Well, anywho.
Cheers.
Cheers, you guys. Have a good night.
I love cranberry juice. Whoa, can you see me through it? My ass is sweating.
No.